O'Shea and my mom's immunity plan for Peterman, but it actually is with Peterman, and it's actually Keith and Addie's plan, is what I explained with Marsha McDonough and the appeals. McDonough's really my dad's attorney. My mom's attorneys really rock Pizzo. They work with the prosecutors and the judges. Callahan hired McDonough, and then Scott Baldwin was hired by Ted Grove. He's my attorney. And well, how does Scott Baldwin get immunity? Well, later on in the arrest during my grandpa's will, like we were given out when I was a teenager about his death date and my dad's, which Keith and Addie had planned for this because they were talking about doing this to me with the lawyers, is that Pizzo gives Baldwin immunity. And that's why Chris Peterman said that he wouldn't be my attorney for the telephonic phone harassment the first time I ever met him, 2017. And that way, Pizzo gives immunity to Baldwin. Baldwin gives immunity to Peterman. And then my mom has immunity, and she worked down in Columbia County to get immunity for the prosecutor John Berg, and she okayed it with Tim Kaminsky in the jail. Which, when I got out of jail, Keith and Addie said they didn't okay it, and who cares what Addie says? She fucking is a piece of shit who wants to rape little children and say she's a victim for knowing about it. Fuck her. Second of all, that was part of their idea. And then I got my second immunity with Martwick and Grant, which prevented that idea. And at that time, Aaron Martin comes into play. So that fucked up my mom, Keith and Addie's immunity plan with Peterman. But it proves that none of this was my plan, and it was actually designed to blackmail me out of my grandfather's will, which after my dad died in 2011, September 17th, after his fucking execution, I had to talk to Daryl Pulley personally, and I told him about all of Keith and Addie's plans, and I made sure even if I got put in prison for no matter what Keith and Addie and my mom tried doing, that I still got my side of the inheritance. I even talked to Patty O'Neill about it too. So I could have got that shit from inside of a prison because I have to fucking have these plans with lawyers because my mom, Keith, and Addie have been racketeering off my courthouse my whole fucking life. And they think it's funny that, hey, they're the ones who have immunity and issued Chad Boom to be on all the contracts. And they're the ones who allowed Rock Pizzo to do it. And they're the ones who protected Danny Boom and his property with Marsha McDonough. And that's why he wasn't terrorized and Callahan helped. And then Ted Grove hired Scott Baldwin, and then Scott Baldwin is really Chad's lawyer for all the harassment crimes, the telephonic phone harassment, and then Chris Peterman gets immunity to be Keith and Addie and the family attorney in Roseburg, and then they could go against the Booms, and the Booms get left out with no immunity when they're the ones who need it the most, including myself, and they are the ones who didn't commit any crimes. They didn't commit any of this racketeering scandal. They didn't have any plans. They just let me live my life. They let me get my own attorneys by myself that I chose. And then my mom and Keith and Addie went to try and set him the fuck up. Now, also, could Aaron Martin come in for Keith and Addie to be Pearl Gray's attorney? Because you got to think my mom, Keith, and Addie are disabled. So they want free attorneys, which means they'll try and work to get a free lawyer.